And yeah, so Happy New Year, everyone. So welcome to our first Tech Talk of 2024. My name is Yufa, and I will be your host for this year at least. And before we start, I want to thank our sponsor, the Collab Lab. Collab Lab is volunteer-driven and free for developers. We intentionally and actively work to overcome barriers to opportunities for women and underrepresented minorities in tech. Our program is structured in a way to support early career developers gain practical experience by working remotely on real-world projects with other developers. We don't teach coding, but we teach collaboration. And this is perfect timing because our application for next cohort is open for this week. And I believe the next cohort will kick off on February 4th this year. And if you're curious, please go to the Collab Lab website to find out more. Cool. And next, let me introduce our guest speaker, Ritika Basu Mdes, and hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. She's a designer, researcher, speaker, and author. Currently, she's the senior visual designer at Merkle, a Datsu company. She was selected as Erasmus student at Isa de Brems, France. Hopefully, I pronounced that correctly. She's a member of Women Talk Design and Women in Tech, an author at India AI, National AI Portal, and a design member at UMO Design. Formerly, she has worked for Walt Disney, Toshiba, Government of Canada, WCAG University, and Total SA across India, Canada, and France in domains like technology, healthcare, analytics, consumer merchandise, and academia. She has co-authored research papers on UX design and spoke at various conferences about the importance of accessibility design. Also, I'm going to hand it over to Ritika.
Thank you so much, Yufa, for the wonderful introduction. I'll, so I'll just share my screen and start the talk. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to turn off this for better bandwidth. Is it? Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Ritika Basu. I'm the senior visual designer at Merkle. So, the title of my talk session is Age and Interface, equipping older adults with technological tools, focusing on gerontology, uh, gerontechnology, and gerontological design. This project is created and dedicated in the loving memory of my late grandparents, Mrs. Nomita Chaudhary and Mr. Sudhir Chandra Chaudhary. So, in 2015, according to a research survey conducted by Pew Research Center, 11% of older adults are not confident to use computers, smartphones, and electronic devices. After 6 years, the same research center stated that only 8% of older adults are using internet, in contrast to 48% of younger adults being netizens. It is being observed that seniors are digital immigrants and are least inclined demography towards digital applications. What these statistics are trying to communicate us that seniors aged 60 years and above are uncomfortable using new technologies. We also have observed our grandparents struggling to use smartphones and laptops as they lack digital literacy skills and are unaware of their digital rights. So let's talk about gerontechnology and gerontological design. While gerontology is the
Gerontological. Oh,
sorry. Oh, I thought someone was speaking. Sorry. While gerontology is the science of aging and the problems associated with old age, gerontechnology term was devised by Professor Jan Graffens in 1989. It is the portmanteau of gerontology and technology. Gerontological designs are created by an amalgamation of gerontology and design thinking methodologies to help older adults. It is applied in medicine, nursing, academia, healthcare, and behavioral psychology. We will be focusing on web content accessibility guidelines, which is an online resource that states rules and standards to make web content more understandable, usable, and accessible with users with special needs and elderly users. Okay, let us look at some of the terms. Digital literacy refers to the ability to use, operate, and have knowledge of digital mediums. It includes mobile and computer literacy. A user is a digital citizen when he or she is capable of writing emails, editing online documents, accessing information, and networking using digital tools. While digital citizenship is a broad spectrum covering subjects like internet safety, cyberbullying, creative copyrights, and security, most of the millennials and Gen Zs are considered to be digital citizens, while older adults are considered as digital immigrants since they were born in an era without the use of technology, I mean, mobile and computer technology. Then let's understand computer anxiety and technophobia. Technophobia is defined as an irrational fear and unease towards using modern technology. While computer anxiety refers to negative attitude towards computer, many older adults have misconceptions about technologies affected by technophobia and computer anxiety. This is also a factor why they tend up avoiding using new gadgets or exploring new media. Now we have to think, why is it difficult for older adults to use digital devices, and what aging factors prevent them from becoming like digital citizens like their younger counterparts. How can we make it more digitally inclusive, and how can we make it a accessible culture for the older adults? Basically, how can we make older adults tech savvy? Let's take a look at some of the human factors that are affecting older adults, like cognitive factors, weaker eyesight, dexterity issues, and hearing loss. Okay, so with age, let's take a look at some of the physical human factors. With age, the lens in the human eye loses its flexibility and unable to see nearby objects, a condition called presbyopia. Hence, they face difficulty in reading objects nearby and identifying shades of blues, greens, and purples, or even tracking fast cursor movements. Hence, we should always use AA or AAA color contrast ratio, and always use a contrast checker as a guide by WCAG, which is Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. The foreground and background colors for our texts or colors, or even sorry, gradients, everything should match up to AA or AAA color contrast ratio. Then design a system where they can change the font size. In case audio is involved, implement the option of subtitles. Text should not be smaller than 14-point size. Also, speak at a lower than normal pace and use non-verbal communication means like hand gestures and facial expressions. Speaking slowly will allow older adults the time to absorb information and understand better. Now, older adults have slower reflexes and deteriorating motor skills. They face difficulty to press small buttons and often in, involve in committing fat finger errors. Older as generations take longer time to respond and think. Buttons, toggles, or any form of call to action, uh, such as radio buttons, should always be sized 48 pixels and above. The device should not require rapid input or precise input. They must allow human errors. Always teach on 101 basis since every senior's learning need is different, sorry. You may teach them about customizing accessibility features in their smartphones, like how to increase the color contrast or use the magnifier feature. With age, memory deteriorates in a person. Elderly users find it difficult to memorize complex new terms. They prefer systems that help them to remember things, like the password reminder option. Avoid using features that need advanced technical knowledge and do not use lengthy texts. Sufficient time breaks should be provided to sustain the attention span and focus. Then always provide pictures for better communication and try to make strategies like association, localization, and repetition techniques where these are also integrated. Example, the password hints or reset password buttons. Now, how I conducted my research for this project. Basically, I served as a volunteer in TechSurfTo. TechSurfTo is a Canadian NGO that helps to connect younger adults with older adults, and also how we can like share knowledge pertaining to digital expertise, and how we can teach them how to use different mediums or platforms. For example, this was a session where I was teaching them how to use YouTube. Now, this was a response to the COVID pandemic where we all realized that internet is not a necessity. Sorry, internet. I'm so sorry. Internet is not a luxury anymore, but has become a necessity because older adults were tend to feel more lonely and isolated since they were unable to use technological tools to connect with their younger family members. Okay, now I will be showcasing one of the Gerontechnology and Gerontological example. Older adults tend to turn physically inactive as they age beyond 70 years. Despite knowing the benefits of physical activities, they fear body injuries, lack confidence, and are self conscious of their deteriorating physique. Some reported they don't know how to work out without a trainer. In addition, they lack technological literacy, hence, unable to browse online search engines about body training routines. Now, the objective of this project was to seek more accessible way to provide a bite-sized home exercise for elderly users using via their web application. Also, another objective was to create an interactive and fun ways to engage home activities for senior users. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to show this project has been featured in India AI, which is the national portal of AI information and research in India. The booming use of artificial intelligence technology in our daily lives lies in their innovation, accessibility, machine learning, and algorithms, and ease of natural language processing. So the fact was this project was also created at time before AI became a trend. Let's take a look. What is it about? So we are choosing PostNet. PostNet is a pre-trained model recognition tool that is helpful in recognizing like poses, human poses. This basically trains your computer, your machine, how to recognize a human pose. And here we are using it to recognize human exercising poses. Then TensorFlow JS is the software, basically the platform where we are integrating PostNet and this machine. Sorry, where did it go? Yeah. This machine learning application was integrated to help senior citizens to execute and follow correct postures. Why are we using such a visual platform? Because there is no language barrier. This is a universal medium which was needed, which could mimic human working out abilities, correct postures in real time. That is, the system is always telling the user and identifying their postures real time. I'll just show you an example. Let's try PoseNet. Now, is my screen visible?
Yep.
Okay, so for example, I'm sitting here, but example, I do a make a pose. You see how the sorry, I have to ask and
Yeah,
yeah.
we can't
Basically,
see your
okay. Anyway, this is a machine learning with the help of machine learning algorithms. What the system is trying that it's mimicking poses, and it's also teaching your machine how to in real time it will correct your poses. We are using it such that with TensorFlow it will help the user like okay, this is how they should be following the patterns. Let me see if posenet ml5.js. Similarly to PostNet, they also have YOLO where they are identifying images, and then there's this is similar to Runway where they will process lot of images, take lot of feeds, and create their own images. So and this is
Sorry to interrupt,
yeah,
Ritika. We can only
sorry.
see your slide, but we can't see. Are you? Did you go to a website to show us something?
Yeah, just to give you a background for
Yeah, we can't see that.
ML.
We can only see your slide.
Okay. I'll just return to my slide in a second, just giving a gist on ML5JS, ML standing for machine learning. This is a open source project developed by so and so. This is DoodleNet, where they will identify you can doodle out in the system, and the computer will identify, oh, this is a cat or a bat or whatever. Then ImageNet is where you will put an image and the system will classify what kind of image it is. So similarly, we had used PostNet and we had helped older adults to give out a exercise routine where they had to follow the postures and identify if they are committing any errors. This was freely distributed because this is accessible. There is real time posture correction, and this online system can be accessed anywhere and anytime across the globe. In times of COVID pandemic, it is convenient and safe and easy for older adults to use. Also, lastly, it could be customized because numerous tutorials and journals are available on online platforms. Even without coding knowledge, writers or students, professors are able to manipulate or edit out their codes if they want to add new um, exercise poses. Let's see the final outcome. Is my screen visible? uh, I'm showcasing a YouTube video.
Yeah, we can only see your slide. Maybe reshare your whole screen instead of just a slide. There you
Oh,
go. Yes.
okay. Sorry. So this was Wait, let me show something.
No worries.
Sorry, this is the official website of ML5 machine learning. This is basically just like P5JS, JS standing for JavaScript. This was an open source platform, and we are using PostNet, which is identifying human postures. Similarly, they have YOLO, which identifies images. There is doodle net, where they will identify if you draw a doodle, the system will identify whether this is a cat or bat or whatever it is. And then is image net, where the system will classify images. This is all done without unsupervised learning, meaning that human do not have to teach their machine. In fact, machine is using algorithms and teaching, getting taught by themselves. Sorry if I hope I'm making some sense. Okay, now I'll share this tab. Yeah, let's see how we are using postnet for the senior adults. You see how actually she's making a wrong post, so the computer is telling her like this is the right post you should be making. This is actually my co-author as well. She's Bomido, and she has volunteered because yeah. This is the pose we are trying to create here. Okay, sorry. So yeah, that's all from my side. Any questions? Yeah, that's all from my sides. Thank you. You have been a wonderful audience. Thank you so much for everyone for your time and patience. Is there any questions I could answer?
Thank you so much, Ritika. I think we have a question.
Hi,
Sure.
I'm Hari.
Yeah.
Uh, I Nice to see your project. Great implementation. I was just wondering, how is it being used, or like, is it being used in the market right now, or is it just in like a development stage?
So this is an academic project, a little
Okay.
experimental. So we have shared it with TechSofto, an NGO that helps to teach
Hmm.
older adults about technology. So right
Okay.
now it's maybe used by some people in Canada. Also, it was a response to COVID pandemic, where older adults could not basically visit recreational centers or gyms,
Hmm.
and that was the time where it was being used, yeah, by a fewer community, but it was being used.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you, Hari. Any other question? Okay. Goes 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. Thank you, Rebecca. Ritika. Yeah, thank you so
Thank,
much for sharing this project and a lot of information that, the statistics there. I was like, I never noticed before. So, yeah.
thank you so much. Wait, do I stop sharing? Yeah.
Um, where do you share your work and where can people follow you, Ritika?
So you can follow me. I have a website, Ritika Basu Portfolio. I'll just share it here, the link. And also, I'm available for chat in LinkedIn or Behance, wherever. And I'm always free to answer your questions or even to have a quick 5 minute chat. So I'll give my portfolio link in the chat.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Cool. TechServe 2 sounds like a fantastic organization.
Yeah, they are actually run by volunteers, and they are pretty much like they're free. They can be accessed by any older adult across Canada anytime. So also they have different language speakers because Canada is also a diverse country, a cosmopolitan city.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Toronto is a cosmopolitan city. It's very early in the morning.
No, yeah, thank you. Yeah, no worries. I
Pronounce
got it.
the word. Yeah, so there are a lot of language speakers. For example, I could help to accommodate people speaking Bengali or Hindi. Someone might know Spanish or French, so they
Mm-hmm.
will be accommodating older adults, even from if their background is not from Canada or not an English speaker.
Yeah,
We
it's
had a lot
very,
of speakers, so yeah,
yeah, super helpful. I feel like, for younger generation, a lot of technology just we take it for granted, right? But for
exactly.
others, it takes them for a long time to learn, and I think that really breaks the barriers, make it easy to connect with the two.
Yeah.
Um, that's awesome. Is there any other resources you recommend? I know you have the last slide. I didn't like other any other
Oh
resources
yeah,
to learn
sure.
more about. Yeah.
You can try this, but I don't know how much older adults will be able to use it. But yeah, younger adults can definitely use it and like share their expertise. So there is something called the ALLY project. ALLY stands for accessibility.
Mm-hmm.
It also states how it is helpful for technologists, designers, how they can curate an accessible platform. They can identify, oh, what is something wrong in their designs, how they can check out on their color contrast or their text contrast. So this is a helpful website, ALLY project.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of writers, and it's also in very easy user friendly language, so this will help.
Awesome.
Also, I can paste Zara's website. Zara UK is an incredibly what do I say, a paragon of Gerontechnology, because it has been, you can customize the accessibility features there. Let me can I just take 1 minute of your time to share, sorry, to share my screen
Yeah,
again.
please do.
Okay, is Zara's website available? Like, are you able to see my screen?
I can see it, but for some reason, it's like only a portion. Is that the colors really dark for some reason?
Yeah, this is actually focus reading.
Close button.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
okay.
the,
Accessibility button.
sorry, let me turn it off. So basically, Zara UK's website, where the user, whether an elderly user or a person with special needs, can just click on this accessibility button, this human icon, and they can customize their the accessibility features according to their special needs.
Mm.
Suppose they have ADHD, they can turn on the focus bar, just this the one you seen just right now. We are also providing bite size images, so at one time their attention is on one thing at one moment of the time. I don't know if I made that clear. Then if for color blindness, come on Zara, yeah, this is a good website. uh, then
Is
for
this
elderly basis, basically everything will be read out, and then yeah, somebody can try to explore this low saturation, how can they can turn this into monochrome. So yeah, that's pretty much of it. Stop sharing.
wow? Is that the website originally have, or did you install an?
No, no, they originally have this. A lot of
Oh, okay.
websites are doing this right now. Like Zara India AI is another website. So yeah, that's the national AI portal for India, where I also serve as one of their users and authors. So not like official author, but a user, like one of my projects got showcase. So that's also a website that tries to accommodate users with different needs.
That's very cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I feel like the longer we keep you here, the more you share the cool project, cool stuff.
Sure, always happy to help.
Cool. Any other questions before we let Ritika go? Brenda's cats are back. Is it right next to you? Cool. Thank you so much, Ritika. Thank you everyone for showing up. I know January can be hectic, so take care of yourself and your cats, your pets. And enjoy, dinner, lunch, or breakfast whenever you are. And I'll see you next month.
Thank you
Thank
everyone
you
for your
all.
time in a wonderful audience. Thank you.
Thank you. It was very, very interesting to see.
For sure, for
Thank
sure.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Hari.
Thank you, Yufa, for your time.